you need to start by logging into your Office 365 account. So if you don't have a shortcut somewhere, then possibly the easiest thing to do is go to Google, type in Office 365, and it's going to be the first result that doesn't have add written next to it. So then we can click that link, and that should then take us to the sign in page. So you need to enter your username, which will be something like that. Now if you're at Kirkburton, it's going to be KMS. If you're at SISIT, it's going to be SMS, and then dot themast.co.uk. Okay, so that would be your email address that you use then to log in. Click next, put in your password. So once you are in Office, you need to go to the top left hand corner, and this grid of dots called the app launcher. You're going to click those, this will pop up, and then we want to go to OneDrive. So OneDrive is your own storage space in Office 365, and what I would do to start with is create a new folder, okay, and use that then for your computing work. So we'll call that one computing, and we're going to open that folder up. Okay. So next, in your drive, you want to be in the 801 presenting information module, go into lesson 2, and there's a Word document there that says copy to OneDrive. So if you resize your windows slightly so you can see OneDrive and you can see this, all you've got to do then, let's just make that a little bit bigger to make it easier to click, get hold of that and drop it into OneDrive. Okay, so that will upload. Don't need to worry, we're not sharing it or anything there. And then from here then we can just click this to open it in the Office 365 version of Word. Okay, so what we're going to do with these then, we're going to have a look at our sort of find and replace functions. So I would say at the moment, if you're not at this stage, pause the video, go and get logged into Office, get that document copied up. So if you're back then, assume that you've got everything up to here and you've got this in front of you. So I'm going to just zoom in a little bit here because it'll make it easier to see on the video. So what we're going to do here then, we've got different words here, so we're just going to double click and that will highlight just that one word. Okay, so just in the middle of the word, double click with the mouse, with the left mouse button, and then you just type in an appropriate word there. So it could be last week. Okay. Then we're going to do the same for these. So maybe it was last month. Okay. And again, maybe it was last July, and you do that so that you've got all 5 of those done. Okay. Now in terms of saving, because we're online, it will save as you go there. Okay, so generally after you finish something, give it a couple of seconds, make sure it says saved, but then you don't need to worry about saving. Okay, so on to our next one here. So on this one, the X and Y's. Okay, so a little bit similar to the first one. So let's say last July I went to Leeds. Okay. And then just go through and just try and use different words each time for any of these. So this again, it's just that double clicking on a word, which is just a lot quicker than trying to highlight the word, and sometimes it's a bit fiddly. So just a double click there. It'll save once you've done that. So we'll move to the next one. So now we've got again just 2 different words, the Y's and the X's. So pretty much again, so last year I went to Scotland in a car. So last year I went to Scotland in August. Okay, or a group of friends, you know, a camper van, all these sort of things. Yeah. Okay, so let's move down to our next one then. So this time now we've got several words that we need to do here then. Okay, so let's go similar to the last one. So last year I went to Scotland. Right, so now, Okay, we've got different prepositions here. So let's say I'm going to highlight there, delete, I'm going to highlight there, delete, so on a train. Alright, so you can always add another extra word there if we need to do. Okay, and we're just going to continue with each of those sentences. So on task 5, we're going to use the FindReplace. Now, this is useful sometimes because it can save you typing long or difficult words or sentences even over and over again. So we've got this one: during the summer holiday my friend, and that's your friend's name, so we need to replace that one. So what we do for this then is press Ctrl H, okay, and I'm going to put that, you can double click, sorry, you can highlight, you can't double click, copy that, I'm going to paste that into this one. Okay, and we're going to replace this one then with your friend's name. Right, now it is going to replace with the capitals because that's in uppercase at the moment. It's still going to do the same thing. Now we can see where it's highlighted. Okay, so what we can do with these then is go downwards. So we've got the first one there, look, this is the next one here, so we can click replace, so it's replaced there. Okay, and then it's jumped to the next one, so we can click replace again, and it's done it there. And then it's jumped to the last one there, replace again. We don't want to replace all because it would have replaced this up here as well within that document. So next one, we want to replace this word hashtag place. So I'm going to copy that, I'm going to double click, sorry, I'm not going to double click because it's not going to do it. I'm going to highlight in there and place in there. So longest station name in Wales. If we've gone to Google, we can find that. So we're just going to highlight this one and copy it and come back here, put that into our replace box. Now again, look, we don't want it replacing that one, so ignore that and click on here, and then we're going to go replace, so let's put it in there, replace, replace, and replace, and we've got our last one on there. Okay, so next one we're going to replace hashtag here, so let's copy that, paste it in there, and remove that one, so we double click and remove it there. So local place name. Okay, so we say you can pick anywhere where you are, so again we don't want to replace the first one, so let's go here and then we're going to replace, replace, replace. We've got each of those, okay, and then we want the word phones in here, there look, with camera phones, so highlight over there, so we're replacing that with more than one. So we don't want to replace the first one, but we do want to replace this one, and no, I've still replaced that one. Let's undo it then, and it's going to be the last one then.